So you want to publish a children's book. Um, in this video, I'm going to share the first three things to consider when embarking on the journey of becoming a children's book author. Let me share my screen real quick and we'll get started. Okay. Okay. So publishing a children's book. Now, the first three things to consider so that you don't set yourself up for disappointment or make costly mistakes. Now, number one, your publishing route. You need to be very clear on which way to go. Do you want to pursue traditional publishing, or are you willing to take on self-publishing? Do you know what the difference is? Do you know what everything involves? Because those are two very different routes. I would say on the opposite directions. So let's review um, traditional publishing. So this is where you are sending out your manuscript to literary agents or publishing houses, and um, looking for representation or looking for a publishing deal, but you don't have to invest any money up front for that. The agent does not charge you anything. They represent your body of work. They send out your work on your behalf to big publishing houses, and they work on commission. So you don't have to pay them. You don't have to invest any money to work with an agent. Same thing with publishers. Publishers will buy your work. They'll pay you an advance and royalties. They'll hire their illustrator for the book. They'll in charge of distribution and marketing and all of those things. So you have a partner in traditional publishing, someone who is professional and takes care of the book production, and just guides you on that journey. So you're partnering with, with them. Whereas the self-publishing route is very, very different. You're in charge of everything. So you either have to do it yourself, or you have to hire professionals to do it for you. So you have to wear all those hats, you have to register your own book. You are responsible for your own illustrations, or you have to hire an illustrator, formatting, uploading, distribution, marketing, everything is up to you. So, and you are investing a lot of money in many cases upfront, hoping that your book will make it, but you don't necessarily have all the distribution channels and all the power to make your book visible and available in all the channels. So this is the major difference between one and the other. So you have to be very clear what you are getting yourself into. So whether you're pursuing traditional or self-publishing. And there's pros and cons in both, but you need to make sure what works for you. And so educating yourself beforehand is absolutely the best thing you can do so that you're very, very clear on what to expect, and follow the plan and not be disappointed or not have any of those surprises that you didn't even anticipate. So even in terms of, how much money you can invest, or are you willing to be patient? Because traditional publishing, you don't pay, but you pay in terms of time and effort and patience, in educating yourself. So just make sure you are very, very clear because that will determine your next step. So, publishing route is number one. Okay, moving on to number two. Um, are you viewing this as a hobby or a career? Meaning, do you want to just publish one book that you can share with friends and family, your kids, your grandkids, and then you're done, and you just want that one book, that one story that you have on your heart, and you want to see it in print, and you don't care if that story is ever going to be on the bookshelves at bookstores or libraries around the country. You just want that one book for yourself and mostly for friends and family. And so you consider that a hobby. You're not building a career, you're not making money as an author, any of those things. Um, or is it the opposite? You are actually pursuing a career. You want more than one book published. You want your book to be available at schools and libraries nationwide and bookstores, and you are willing to live the life of an author and do all the things authors do. So again, these are very, very different routes. So is it a hobby or is it career? And I encourage you to be super, super honest with yourself because you really need that honesty in order to set yourself up for success. Okay, number three, realistic expectations. So again, that goes to time and effort, investment, persistence, any of those things, because with traditional publishing, you're learning the craft. You are collaborating with professionals, and you need to be prepared for every step, but mostly being patient and waiting. It's a process, and it doesn't come fast. It doesn't happen overnight. So you have to be prepared and be willing to write a lot of books because just one book is not going to be enough if you're building a career as an author via the traditional publishing route, um, especially with picture books, because you're going to need more than one project and you're going to have to practice and perfect your craft and be patient while querying agents or looking for a publisher or both. And you're going to need a lot of help. So, realistic expectations again, or if you're doing self-publishing, do you know how much money you can invest in this? And are you willing to wear all the hats that are required for you to wear when you're producing your whole book from start to finish? Or are you able to hire other people and I just want to warn you that sometimes beginner writers are falling into that trap of connecting with vanity publishers, which is really a bad idea. So I wouldn't advise you to go that route. But again, have clear expectations and do your research and be very intentional on which route you're going to take. So next, come make a plan because just thinking about it and doing research and learning is not going to do much unless you take action and you make a plan and you're very clear and intentional and you follow the plan. You don't give up just because something didn't work out right away. Okay, so now questions to ask yourself. What skills do I need to learn or improve on? What resources can help you advance on your journey? And where can you find help? Don't do it alone. Don't reinvent the wheel. There are so many resources and help available that will save you time, money, effort, frustration, all of the above. So don't try to do it alone if you're just starting out. Even if you're more experienced and you haven't been able to break through, there's something missing, and I definitely advise you to get help. Now, the next step is outlining your next three actionable steps and giving yourself a deadline to complete them. Just, intending to do something is not enough. Again, you need to take action and put yourself on a deadline. Like by when you're going to take these three steps by when, because you are giving that input and not just focusing on results and doing nothing. Okay, so I just want to give you some words of encouragement too, because you are in control of your journey in terms of, making decisions and taking action and being willing to learn and grow and advance towards your goals and stretching outside of your comfort zone. That's what it takes really to achieve anything new, to learn anything new. And if you need help and resources, I encourage you to check out my ultimate picture book writing course. The link is going to be in the comments, and there's tons of resources that everything you need, practically to get from idea with your children's story to publication and beyond, including, finding an agent and publisher and so on. So thank you for watching and look for more of my videos on all things picture books, like writing, publishing, marketing, promotions, building your author career, and more. Thanks.